Beloved chosen one, listen carefully. Heaven itself has interrupted your scrolling, your thoughts, and even your routine. You may think this moment is ordinary, but it is not. This is not an algorithm. This is divine alignment. Heaven has paused time because your spirit is ready to receive a message written in eternity with your name on it. You have wondered why life has felt heavy, why peace has seemed distant, and why the doors you knocked on refused to open. But listen, those doors didn't reject you. They redirected you. You were never meant to enter where your crown would be compromised. Every delay, every heartbreak, every lonely night was not proof of God's absence but evidence of His precision. Heaven has been positioning you, even when you thought you were standing still. You are not here by chance. You are here by design. There is a divine fingerprint on your soul that darkness cannot duplicate. You carry something that terrifies hell itself, the light of divine purpose. That's why the warfare has been so intense, why confusion tried to drown you, and why your heart grew tired from fighting battles no one saw. But hear this now. Heaven did not bring you this far to abandon you in the middle. You are on the edge of a turning point so divine that the very forces sent to break you will witness your rising. Lift your head, chosen one. You are seen. You are known. You are loved beyond comprehension. The same God who formed the stars by word alone has spoken over you since before your birth. And now, heaven whispers again. The silence you've endured was never empty. It was sacred preparation. You were being tuned to hear heaven's frequency. We are reminded through the writings of David in the Psalms. Chapter 23, verse 4. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Let those words sink into your spirit. They are not poetry, they are prophecy. You have walked through shadows that others could not survive. Yet here you stand, still breathing, still chosen, still carrying light. That means purpose is not lost. It is alive within you. You may have been bruised, but you are not broken. You may have been delayed, but you are not denied. The shepherd who walked with David through the valley is walking with you right now through yours. This is heaven's reminder. Your valley was not meant to bury you. It was meant to build you. Every tear that fell became a seed for future victory. Every season of silence became the soil where divine strength took root. What felt like breaking was actually birthing. You were being prepared for the kind of influence that can only come from endurance. Chosen one, do not despise your process. Every step has been guided. Every loss has been filtered through love. And now, heaven is saying, it's time. Time to step into what was promised. Time to walk with new confidence. Time to remember who you are and whose you are. If your spirit feels this truth, let heaven see your agreement. Like, share, comment, and subscribe not as a routine, but as a declaration. I receive my divine word. This is your yes to destiny. This is your sign that the waiting season is ending. Now breathe in deeply. Feel peace return. Heaven has spoken, and all creation bears witness. You are chosen for such a time as this. And as a seal of faith, comment this prophetic number below: 777, the symbol of divine completion and covenant. Beloved chosen one, before the world spoke your name, heaven already had. Before the first sunrise painted the skies, your destiny was written in light. You are not a product of randomness. You are the reflection of divine precision. Every thread of your being, every chapter of your story was crafted with purpose. You were never created to blend in. You were created to blaze trails where no one else dared to walk. There is something about you that cannot be explained by ordinary means. That sense of being different since childhood, that longing for more, That ache for meaning, it is not a flaw. It is your calling awakening. You have been set apart since before you even understood the concept of separation. You may have tried to fit into spaces that rejected you, but heaven never designed you for acceptance by the crowd. You were destined to stand out, to carry revelation where others carry repetition. You have endured storms that seemed endless, yet something in you refused to die. That something is divine fire, the evidence that heaven's hand is still upon you. Every loss, every heartbreak, every door that closed was not a sign of divine neglect, but divine navigation. Heaven redirected what would have drained your anointing. You may not have seen the full picture yet, but trust this, nothing has been wasted. Every season of struggle is being redeemed into strength. There have been nights when tears became your prayer language, when silence became your sanctuary. Yet even in those moments, the unseen realm was watching, not with indifference, but with deep affection. The reason the darkness fought you so hard is because you carry light so pure that hell trembles when you awaken. The weight you've carried was not punishment. It was preparation for impact. Your life is a sacred manuscript, written line by line in heaven's ink. You are not behind. You are precisely on divine schedule. When others rushed ahead, heaven hid you, not to delay you, but to develop you. The hidden years are not lost years. They are the foundation for the influence you're about to walk in. As was spoken in the sacred texts of old, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 1. Before I was born, the Lord called me. From my mother's womb, he has spoken my name. That verse is not distant history, it is divine confirmation. Heaven called you before you had words to answer. You have been known by name in the courts of eternity. Long before you ever prayed, heaven had already said yes over your life. Your story began in God's heart, not in human history. You were designed with destiny before the world even existed. Chosen one. This is why your spirit has always resisted conformity. You are not built to follow trends, you are called to set them. You are not created to echo other voices, you were born to release a sound that carries heaven's frequency. And yes, it has cost you relationships, opportunities, and moments of understanding. But what heaven placed in you is too valuable to be diluted by the opinions of man. So lift your gaze. What you've endured was never wasted. Every scar carries a sermon. Every pain holds a promise. The same God who called Isaiah before birth has called you now. The same voice that spoke your name in the unseen still speaks it with power and love. You are chosen, consecrated, and covered. Walk forward with confidence, for the one who began your story will perfect it in his time. Heaven is not done writing with your life, it's only turning the page. Chosen one, the battles that no one saw were the ones that shaped you the most. You have fought in silence, smiled while breaking, and carried burdens that others never noticed. But heaven saw it all, the tears that soaked your pillow, the prayers whispered through clenched teeth, the moments you nearly gave up. These were not wasted moments, they were sacred. Every hidden battle was divine training, building endurance for the throne you didn't know you were born to carry. You've asked, why does it always have to be me? Heaven answers, because only you could survive what was meant to destroy others. You were built for intensity. You were wired to withstand storms that would collapse weaker foundations. When others saw defeat, heaven saw development. The fire you've walked through didn't burn you, it branded you. It marked you with authority. You are no longer who you were before the battles began. You are refined gold, tested and proven. You didn't lose yourself in the pain. You found your power there. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every disappointment deepened your dependence. Every delay cultivated divine patience. Nothing has been wasted. Chosen one, not even your suffering. Heaven is weaving together every fragment into a masterpiece of purpose. According to what is revealed in the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 10, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. These words are not a rebuke, they are a reminder. You didn't faint, you fought. You may have stumbled, but you never surrendered. That means your strength is greater than you think. The fact that you are still standing, still believing, still reaching for light after walking through darkness, is living proof that you carry divine resilience. Every wound has a reason. You were being trained for spiritual warfare long before you even recognized the battle. Heaven was sharpening your discernment, strengthening your faith, and preparing your hands for victory. You've been misunderstood because you were never meant to fight ordinary fights. Your battles have always been prophetic. They carry meaning far beyond your personal life. When you overcome, others watching will rise too. Beloved chosen one, understand this pressure produces power. Every time life pushed you to your knees, you were actually positioned for prayer. Every time you were broken, heaven was molding. The pain you felt became the path to your purpose. What looked like chaos was God crafting capacity in you. You were not being punished, you were being prepared to carry greater authority. You have graduated from survival to strength. The darkness that once frightened you now fears you. You carry scars. Yes, but those scars are proof of resurrection. They tell the world that you've met death in its many forms, emotional, spiritual, relational, and yet you live. You are a walking testimony that light cannot be extinguished. Now, chosen one, heaven calls for your response, not out of ritual, but out of recognition. If your heart knows this word is for you, I want you to type "I stand victorious" in the comments below. Say it not as empty words, but as a declaration of identity. You are not declaring a wish, you are confirming a truth. When you write it, you are aligning your words with heaven's decree. You are saying to every power that opposed you, I have survived, and I am still chosen. This is your moment to reclaim authority. You've wept long enough. Now it's time to roar. Heaven is not asking you to pretend that the pain didn't happen. It's inviting you to see that the pain didn't win. You have emerged from the shadows holding light. You have endured what others feared. And now, the same fire that tested you will testify through you. Rise, chosen one. Your hidden battles were never meant to end in defeat. They were designed to reveal your divine strength. Chosen one. The rejection you faced was never the end. It was the redirection that preserved your purpose. Every door that slammed in your face, every relationship that slipped through your hands, every circle that could not handle your light, none of it was random. Heaven was not punishing you. Heaven was protecting you. You were never meant to be where they could not value what you carry. Sometimes rejection is the loudest form of divine mercy. God saw what you could not, and when He closed the door, it was not cruelty, it was compassion. There were places that looked promising but would have poisoned your peace. There were people who seemed loyal but were secretly attached to your weakness, not your strength. Heaven intervened, and though it hurt, it saved you. Every time you thought you were being excluded, you were actually being preserved for something greater. You see, rejection is often heaven's way of making room for divine substitution. What you lost was never meant to stay. It was seasonal, and you were being prepared for something eternal. The people who walked away could not go where you are going. Their exit was necessary for your elevation. Not everyone can handle the next dimension of your anointing. And that's all right, it wasn't meant for everyone to understand your assignment. Chosen one, you have spent too long mourning over what was never meant to last. The pain of being misunderstood has carved depth into your heart, and that depth is where compassion is born. You know now how it feels to be overlooked, to be dismissed, to be replaced, and because of that, you will never treat others the same. Heaven used rejection to refine your character, not to crush your confidence. You are more humble, more discerning, and more powerful because of what you've endured. When people walked away, heaven stepped closer. When you were silenced, heaven began to speak louder within you. What was meant to isolate you actually introduced you to intimacy with God. The moments that broke your heart were the same moments that built your faith. Every loss became a lesson in trust. Every betrayal a revelation of who you truly are. We find in the first book of Peter, chapter 2, verse 4. As you come to him, the living stone rejected by humans but chosen by God and precious to him. That truth is your foundation. You have been rejected by men. Yes, but you are chosen by God, and that is the only identity that matters. When you understand that, rejection loses its sting. You no longer chase acceptance from those who were never assigned to celebrate you. You stop apologizing for being anointed. You stop shrinking to fit into rooms that cannot contain your fire. Chosen one. There is a sacred power that comes from divine solitude. It's where revelation is born, where clarity grows, and where strength matures. You were set apart so you could see from a higher place. The very experiences that made you feel excluded have actually positioned you for influence. Heaven never wastes rejection, it recycles it into redirection. So lift your eyes from what left you. The empty spaces are not signs of loss, they are invitations for divine replacement. Something better is coming, something tailor-made for your spirit. Every no was clearing the path for heaven's yes. You have not been disqualified, you've been refined. You are not forgotten, you are favored. And when the time is right, the same God who allowed rejection will reveal redemption so radiant that you will finally understand it was all necessary. Chosen one, when heaven calls your name, everything around you shifts. The atmosphere bends, the noise of the world fades, and something deep within you awakens. You can feel it now, the stirring in your spirit, the pull in your heart, the quiet voice saying, "This is it. This is the moment you've been waiting for." It is not imagination. It is divine summons. Heaven is calling your spirit louder than your fear. For too long, you have doubted whether you truly heard him, whether that inner whisper was real or just your own thoughts. But the truth is that whisper has never left. It echoed in your dreams, in the coincidences too precise to be accidents, in the sudden peace that came when chaos surrounded you. That is the voice of God calling you to rise. Every chosen one experiences this moment, the holy interruption where heaven says, "Now, you have been prepared, pressed, and purified for this." The things that once terrified you no longer hold power because purpose has awakened. You are no longer running from who you are stepping into it. Heaven doesn't call the perfect. Heaven perfects the called. Think of all the times you felt disqualified. Think of the shame, the guilt, the fear that made you question if you were worthy. And yet, here you are, still drawn to light, still hungry for truth. That hunger is the sign of life in your spirit. Heaven has not forgotten you. Heaven has been pursuing you. God never stopped calling your name, even when you stopped listening. As Jesus himself declared in the Gospel of John, chapter 10, verse 27, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." That is the foundation of your relationship with him. You are not wandering. You are being led. His voice is not a sound you hear with your ears, it is a knowing you feel in your soul. And now, That knowing is growing stronger because your season of hesitation is over. Chosen one, this is your moment to respond. Heaven is calling, not with demands but with invitation. God isn't asking for perfection, He's asking for partnership. He doesn't need your ability, He desires your availability. When you say yes, heaven begins to move in ways you never imagined. Miracles align, doors open, and peace replaces fear. Every divine call carries a response, not out of obligation, but out of love. That's why I want to pause just for a heartbeat, to speak to your heart. If this message resonates, if something inside you is saying, "This is for me," then take a simple, sincere step, like this message, as a declaration that you are listening. Share it so that someone else who feels lost can hear heaven's voice too. And if you haven't already, subscribe to stay connected to the stream of words heaven keeps releasing for His chosen ones. This is not about numbers, it's about nourishment. It's about staying in the flow of what heaven is speaking in this generation. Your yes today is not small, it's sacred. Each act of agreement, each whisper of faith, sends ripples into eternity. You are not just another listener. You are a participant in heaven's unfolding plan. You are answering a call that existed before the foundation of the world. So breathe in this truth: heaven knows your name. The same voice that called the stars into being is calling you now. The same love that raised the broken to purpose is raising you. And as you respond, not in fear, but in faith, you will find that every unanswered question begins to make sense. The call has been given. The only question now is how you will answer it. Chosen one, there comes a moment when heaven allows the breaking not to destroy you, but to reveal you. You have reached that moment. The pressure you felt was not punishment, it was preparation. The shaking that made you question your worth was never meant to end you. It was designed to empty what could not go with you into the next season. You were being refined, not rejected. The breaking was heaven's way of making room for the new. Every chosen one must face the crushing. The olive cannot release its oil until it's pressed. The diamond cannot shine until it's cut. You were not being reduced, you were being revealed. The pain that nearly silenced you was the sound of transformation. What you thought was falling apart was actually falling into place. God was never distant during your breaking. He was closer than your breath. You see, when life presses you to the edge, something sacred happens. You discover what cannot be broken within you. Your faith might tremble, but it will not fail. Your hope might flicker, but it will not fade. And when everything else collapses, your spirit stands, because it's anchored in the eternal. The breaking only exposed what heaven already knew, that you are stronger than you think and destined for more than you imagined. The apostle reminds us in his letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 8. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair. Those words are not history. They are your heartbeat. You've lived them. You've been pressed on every side, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You faced days when strength ran out and nights when hope hid behind tears. Yet somehow you're still here. That somehow is not coincidence. It's divine preservation. God Himself has been holding you together when everything else fell apart. Chosen one, your breaking has purpose. Every fragment of who you were is being reassembled by the hands of the potter. What you lost in the crushing is nothing compared to what you're about to gain. The version of you that's emerging is wiser, softer, stronger, born from the very pain that once threatened to bury you. Heaven trusted you with this breaking because heaven knew you would not stay broken. You are the evidence that resurrection is real. You've died to old versions of yourself again and again, and every time, you've come back more refined. The crushing created clarity. The breaking awakened bravery. The pain carved purpose into your bones. And now, what once made you weep will make you worship. Chosen one, this is your rebirth. The fire that burned you yesterday will anoint you tomorrow. The sorrow that once silenced you will soon become your song. Do not fear this transformation. It's heaven's way of saying, you are ready. Ready to release what's old, ready to carry what's holy, ready to walk into a new chapter written in light. And now, as a prophetic act of faith, let heaven see your agreement. Comment this number below: 444, the number of divine rebuilding and restoration. It is your declaration that the breaking is not the end. It is the beginning. When you type it, you are saying, I embrace my transformation. I trust the potter's hands. I will rise again. Let this number be your testimony that something sacred is happening even now. You are stepping out of ashes and into anointing. You are emerging from breaking into becoming. Heaven is not finished with you, it is only getting started. So stand tall, chosen one. Lift your head. The same power that raised you once will raise you again. The breaking did not bury you, it birthed you. You are living proof that even in pieces you are still chosen. Chosen one. There are seasons when heaven grows silent. You pray, and it feels like the words fall flat. You cry out for direction, and the heavens seem closed. You wonder if you did something wrong, if maybe your prayers lost their power, if God somehow turned his face away. But listen carefully, heaven's silence is not absence, it is strategy. The teacher is always quiet during the test. In those quiet seasons, you are being trained to recognize the voice that doesn't shout. You are being led away from dependency on signs and feelings into the deeper knowing of faith. Heaven was teaching you to discern without noise, to move without confirmation, to trust without visibility. That is the mark of maturity, when your obedience no longer needs an audience. The wilderness you walked through was never meant to destroy you. It was the place where God stripped away the excess, the distractions, the attachments that diluted your focus. There, in the stillness, you learned to rely on whispers instead of wonders. You learned that the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. God was always there, hidden in the pause, shaping the chambers of your heart to carry greater glory. You thought you were waiting for heaven to speak, but heaven was waiting for you to listen differently. Sometimes the voice of God does not come in thunder or vision, it comes in peace. It is the subtle shift in your spirit when you finally stop striving, when you stop demanding answers and start surrendering your own. That is when revelation begins to flow, as was spoken in the sacred texts of old, in the book of 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 12. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper, that gentle whisper so soft, yet so sure is how heaven trains its chosen ones. It is in that stillness that you learn to separate the divine from the distraction. The world shouts, heaven whispers. The enemy manipulates noise to make you panic, but God cultivates quiet to make you perceive. When you silence the storm within, you begin to hear the calm voice that never left you. Chosen one, the wilderness was not a place of punishment, it was a place of preparation. When the noise of people faded, the truth of God's presence became clearer. You discovered that the silence of heaven is actually an invitation to intimacy. The quiet space was not empty. It was full of unseen activity, angels moving, doors aligning, hearts being prepared to meet yours in destiny. And now, as you step out of the wilderness, you carry something others cannot understand: spiritual sensitivity. You have learned that God speaks in moments the world calls mundane, in the way the wind moves, in the way your spirit feels peace when your mind doesn't. That's how you know you've grown. You are no longer chasing signs. You are walking in assurance. Remember this. Chosen one silence does not mean separation. The God who spoke the universe into motion can speak without words. He is closer than you think, nearer than your breath, watching over every step, guiding your path in ways your eyes cannot yet perceive. The wilderness taught you to walk by faith, not by sight. The silence trained your spirit to listen beyond sound. You have emerged wiser, softer, unshaken. You now know even in quiet seasons. Heaven is never quiet about you. Chosen one, there is a roar inside you that has been waiting for its moment to rise. For too long, you have lived trying not to take up too much space, dimming your light to make others comfortable, shrinking your truth to avoid confrontation, silencing your fire so you wouldn't seem too much. But heaven did not anoint you to be small. Heaven placed a lion's spirit within you, and now the time has come for that roar to awaken. You were not created to blend in with the noise of the world. You were created to carry a frequency that shifts atmospheres. The power that sleeps within you is divine. It is the same spirit that raised the dead and split the sea. You were never meant to whisper through life. You were meant to declare life. Every trial that once broke your confidence was not meant to silence you, but to strengthen your voice. There comes a moment when the lion within can no longer stay asleep. The years of endurance, humility, and waiting have built something mighty in your core. That quiet endurance has matured into boldness. Heaven has not forgotten the times you stayed silent when you could have defended yourself. The times you chose peace over pride. All of it was shaping your roar not of anger, but of authority. According to what is revealed in the book of Micah, chapter 3, verse 8. But as for me, I am filled with power, with the Spirit of the Lord, and with justice and might. That is who you are, chosen one. You are filled with power, not human strength, but divine force. You carry the Spirit of the Lord, which means that when you speak truth, heaven backs your words. When you walk in righteousness, darkness trembles. The lion within you is not wild, it is wise. It knows when to roar and when to rest. This roar is not about dominance, it's about deliverance. When you open your mouth with courage and conviction, things shift. Lies lose power, fear loses its grip. The atmosphere changes because the sound that leaves your spirit carries heaven's signature. The roar is not noise, it is a decree. It declares that the days of fear, shame, and hiding are over. For too long, you have underestimated what lives inside you. You've mistaken humility for silence, patience for passivity. But true humility does not mean silence. It means strength under submission. You are not arrogant for stepping into your power, you are obedient. Heaven placed authority in you for a reason, and that reason is now unfolding. The roar within is not about drawing attention to yourself. It's about drawing attention to the glory of God working through you. It is the sound of alignment, the vibration of heaven's will echoing through human flesh. When you finally stop apologizing for your light, you allow heaven to shine through you without resistance. Chosen one, when the lion rises, so does destiny. You will begin to see shifts that mirror your inner awakening. People who once intimidated you will now respect the authority you carry. Environments that once drained you will now yield to your presence. The roar is not only for battles outside, it's for the war within. It silences self-doubt, fear, and limitation. Do not fear your own power. It is not pride to recognize what heaven has placed in you. The meekness you've carried has prepared you to handle strength without corruption. You can be bold and still be kind. You can be fierce and still be gentle. That balance is the mark of true spiritual maturity. The lion within you is awake, and the world is about to hear it, not through noise, but through the undeniable authority of a life fully surrendered to divine purpose. Chosen one, the battles you faced were never merely physical or emotional, they were spiritual. Every storm, every sudden loss, every betrayal was part of a larger war between light and darkness. You have felt it deep in your spirit, the sense that something greater was at stake. And you were right. The warfare around you has never been random. It has always been a reflection of the calling within you. You are not fighting for survival anymore. You are fighting for destiny. The enemy targeted you because he recognized your potential before you did. He saw the power hidden in your obedience, the anointing in your persistence, the authority in your faith. Every attack you've endured was confirmation of your importance in heaven's strategy. Hell doesn't fight what doesn't threaten it. But the truth is this: the battle was never about defeating you. It was about distracting you. If the enemy could keep you entangled in confusion, fear, or bitterness, he could silence your purpose. Yet here you are, still standing, still believing, still reaching for light. That means the plan failed. Every dart thrown at you became a testimony of resilience. What was meant to wound you only awakened your warrior spirit. We are reminded through the writings of Paul in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. You've been in warfare, but not without reason. Heaven allowed certain battles to show you that not everything deserves your reaction. Some things require your discernment. You are not called to fight with anger, but with authority. You win not by shouting louder, but by standing firmer. When you stop reacting and start reigning, everything changes. Chosen one, every wound has equipped you. You've learned to see beyond people and into patterns, beyond pain and into purpose. You've realized that not every storm was sent to destroy you. Some were sent to deliver you from what you refused to leave behind. Every attack revealed something essential about your own strength. You now know what it means to walk through fire and come out without smoke. Heaven is proud of you. Yes, you've stumbled, you've doubted, you've wept, but you never quit. That is what makes you dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. You fight differently now, not from desperation, but from dominion. You understand that victory isn't something you chase, it's something you carry. Now, chosen one, it's time to declare your alignment with heaven, not with fear, but with faith. Comment "I choose light" below as a prophetic act of agreement. Those 3 words are not just a statement, they are a spiritual decree. When you type them, you are declaring that you will no longer live reacting to darkness. You will radiate light in the midst of it. You are choosing clarity over confusion, faith over fear, purpose over pain. That declaration carries weight in the spirit. It is heaven's signal that you understand who you are: a warrior clothed in grace, armed with truth, and led by love. You are no longer fighting from the ground. You are fighting from victory. The roar of the lion within you and the peace of the lamb beside you make you unstoppable. The clash of kingdoms was meant to expose your authority. Now you walk not as the wounded, but as the weapon. Every step you take echoes through eternity. Light has won, and you are its vessel. Chosen one, heaven never leaves its warriors without direction. You have not been wandering aimlessly. Every step you've taken, even the ones that felt uncertain, has been part of a divine strategy. God does not waste movement. Every delay, every detour, every closed door has been carefully orchestrated to align you with divine timing. And now, as the pieces begin to fit together, heaven whispers again, "Follow my plan, not your panic." You may not realize it yet, But there is a strategy unfolding around you, one designed by the hand of God Himself. You are entering a season where obedience will open doors that effort never could. Heaven's timing is never early, never late, but always perfect. The waiting was not wasted. It was preparation for the precision required to carry what's coming next. Chosen one, you've spent seasons running in circles, wondering why progress seemed slow. But in the unseen realm, heaven has been setting the stage. The people you lost, the places you left, the prayers that seemed unanswered, all of them were repositioning you. God was removing what was temporary to make space for what is eternal. You've been walking through divine strategy without even realizing it. Heaven is now giving you a new map. It's not a map of logic, but of faith. You will be asked to step even when you can't see the full path. But trust this, the one who gives the command will also provide the clarity. You are being guided not by coincidence, but by covenant. As it is written in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2, "Write the vision and make it plain on tablets so that whoever reads it may run with it." That is your instruction in this season: clarity through writing, focus through vision, movement through faith. You must start capturing what heaven shows you. Every dream, every whisper, every inspired thought, it's all part of the blueprint. God is revealing strategies that will change the course of your life, but only if you act on them. This is not a season to doubt your discernment. It's a season to trust your training. You've been refined in silence, prepared in storms, and now you're being positioned to lead in wisdom. Heaven is calling you to move with intention, not impulse. The next thing you do will not be random, it will be prophetic. Every step must align with the plan of heaven, because your obedience is now tied to someone else's breakthrough. And chosen one, as you walk this path, don't walk it alone. Let this message be a reminder that we are a generation of light bearers, a family of faith spread across the earth. If this word resonates with your spirit, if you can feel heaven confirming something within you, then I invite you to take a small, sincere act of alignment. Like this message as a sign that you receive the strategy being revealed. Share it, not out of routine, but so that another weary soul might find direction too. And subscribe if you haven't already, not for content's sake, but to stay connected to the stream of revelation heaven continues to pour into this space. Every interaction you make here is not just digital, it's spiritual agreement. You're saying, "Yes, I am part of what heaven is doing." You're building community with others who are awakening just like you. Chosen one, heaven's strategy for you is not complicated, it's consistent. Trust the timing, follow the whisper. Stay aligned with the divine rhythm. The vision is written, the plan is unfolding, and your obedience will unlock the rest. Chosen one, you have carried something sacred all along, a mantle, invisible to the world but unmistakable in the spirit. It rests upon your life like fire that cannot be extinguished, like a crown that cannot be stolen. This mantle is not a gift of convenience. It is a mark of calling. Heaven entrusted it to you long before you understood its weight. Every season of breaking, every hidden battle, every midnight prayer, they all prepared you to carry what others could not. A mantle is not given to the comfortable, it's given to the committed. You were chosen because heaven knew your heart would remain steadfast when others would walk away. Your endurance has been your qualification. While others desired recognition, you desired revelation. While some chased positions, you chased presence, and heaven took note. The fire that has followed you is not random, it is the evidence of your mantle awakening. You've probably felt the tension of this calling, the pull between ordinary life and divine assignment, the ache of knowing you're meant for something greater. even when you can't fully explain what it is. That ache is sacred. It's the sound of destiny calling you forward. The mantle on your life will not let you settle. It will keep pulling you higher, deeper, closer to the purpose for which you were born. As was spoken in the story of Elijah and Elisha, the mantle represents both responsibility and reward. It signifies the transfer of divine authority. Elisha did not just inherit Elijah's role, he inherited his fire. Likewise, you are not merely walking in footsteps, you are carrying forward a divine continuation of heaven's agenda. There are assignments waiting for you that no one else can fulfill. The ancient words recorded in the second book of Kings, chapter 2, verse 9 remind us when they had crossed, Elijah said to Elisha, "Tell me, what can I do for you before I am taken from you?" Elisha said, "Ondieu, let me inherit a double portion of your spirit." That same request echoes through the spirit even now. Heaven offers you not just continuation, but multiplication. The anointing that rests on your life is increasing. You have survived too much for it not to be so. What once took years to learn will now come to you in moments of revelation. What once drained you will now empower you. The mantle amplifies everything it touches. But remember, chosen one, mantles carry weight. They attract both favor and warfare. The moment you step into purpose, opposition awakens. Yet even that opposition is a sign you carry something worth resisting. The enemy does not fight the empty. He only fights what carries impact. Do not fear the attacks. They are confirmation that you are moving in divine alignment. You must protect your mantle, guard your peace, be selective with your conversations and careful with your confessions. Not everyone who celebrates you can carry your burden. This is not arrogance, it's awareness. The sacred must be handled carefully, or it becomes contaminated by compromise. The mantle you carry is not a title, it is a responsibility. It's the reason your heart breaks for what others ignore, why your spirit cannot tolerate injustice, why you sense things others overlook. You are heaven's representative in places still searching for light. That is why your words matter, why your silence matters, why your presence changes the atmosphere. Chosen one, you are not ordinary. You are a mantle bearer, a carrier of heaven's power in earthly form. Walk with humility, but walk with confidence. What rests on you is not temporary, it is eternal. Heaven trusted you with this because you proved faithful in what was small. Now, the mantle increases, and with it, your mission unfolds. Chosen one, you have entered a sacred hour, the hour of separation. Heaven is drawing clear lines not to isolate you, but to identify you. For too long, you have carried people, patterns, and pieces of your past that could not move forward with you. You have tried to keep everyone comfortable, to hold on to what once felt safe. But this season is not about comfort, it's about calling. The time has come for holy distinction. You can feel it already, the gentle pulling away, the quiet disinterest in things that once thrilled you, the restlessness that tells you something greater is calling. It's not rejection, it's refinement. Heaven is pruning your life so that new fruit can grow. You are not being punished, you are being purified. God is removing the unnecessary so that only what is divine can remain. Separation is never easy. It hurts to let go of what you once prayed to keep. But heaven knows what you cannot see. Some connections are seasonal, they helped you grow but cannot follow you into harvest. You are stepping into a place where spiritual weight requires lighter baggage. You cannot soar while still tied to what was. Every eagle must leave the nest. Every chosen one must release the familiar. The Spirit spoke through the Apostle Paul in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 6, Verse 17. Therefore come out from among them and be separate, says the Lord. Touch no unclean thing, and I will receive you. That is not a call to isolation. It is an invitation to intimacy. God is saying, step away from what drains your light so you can dwell in what strengthens it. He is not taking things from you. He is freeing you for what's next. Every divine separation leads to sacred elevation. When heaven removes, it always replaces with better. Chosen one, there is a beauty in holy disconnection. It clarifies your vision. It amplifies your discernment. You begin to see who is truly for you, who is merely around you, and who was secretly sent to delay you. Don't fight what God is finishing. Let the pruning happen. It's proof that growth is near. You may notice people drifting away without conflict, plans suddenly changing, opportunities closing unexpectedly. Don't panic, it's divine orchestration. The same God who called you will also guard you. He knows who and what belongs in your next chapter. Some relationships must fade so that divine partnerships can form. Some doors must shut so that destiny can open. You are not losing. You are being led. And now, as a prophetic act of agreement, declare your readiness for holy separation. Comment this number below 333, the number of divine alignment and spiritual clarity. Let it be your public sign to heaven that you are ready to walk forward, even if it means walking alone for a while. When you type it, you're not just entering digits, you're saying, Lord, I trust you with my pruning. I release what no longer fits so I can carry what's eternal. Heaven records such acts of obedience. They seem small in the natural but thunder loudly in the spiritual. Every chosen one must go through this hour of separation before walking in power. This is your time. Step boldly into it. The hands that separate you are the same hands that will sustain you. The fire that refines you will soon reveal your radiance. You are not being abandoned, you are being appointed. And once this separation is complete, you will see clearly that what left you only made more room for what heaven is sending next. Chosen one, there is a weight that rests upon your shoulders now, a holy, invisible heaviness. It is not the burden of sorrow, but the weight of glory. This is what happens when heaven begins to trust you with more. The presence of God doesn't just visit you, it lingers. The atmosphere around you starts to shift. You notice it in the way peace follows you into rooms, in how people feel comforted just by your presence. You carry something that cannot be faked or fabricated. It is divine, it is real, it is sacred. The weight of glory is both a blessing and a responsibility. It changes the way you move, the way you speak, the way you think. You cannot live casually when you are marked by eternity. The glory on your life requires stewardship. It demands a heart that remains humble even when anointing increases. Heaven cannot pour out power into hands that seek control. It pours into hearts that seek surrender. For years, you have been in training for this. The crushing, the breaking, the silence, all of it was building your capacity to carry more. The very moments that made you question your strength were the ones strengthening your spirit. You've been forged in fire so that when the glory comes, it does not destroy you but displays through you. We are reminded through the writings of Paul in the second letter to the Corinthians, chapter 4. Verse 17. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. These words are more than comfort, they are revelation. Every hardship you endured was producing something unseen. Heaven does not allow pain without purpose. Each tear watered the soil of your anointing. Every disappointment became a doorway for deeper dependence. Now, the weight you feel is not grief, it is glory pressing down, filling every space that pain once occupied. Chosen one, the glory is costly because it is pure. You cannot carry it and still live chained to ego or offense. You cannot house it while still bound by fear. Glory demands transformation. It calls you to live from heaven's perspective, not human preference. That's why God allowed certain things to fall away. It was never rejection. It was refinement. The weight of glory cannot rest on what is unstable. There will be moments when you sense the heaviness increase not as pressure, but as presence. You might find tears flowing without reason, or a sudden stillness settling around you. That is not emotion. That is visitation. The Spirit of God moves through you differently now. You have become a vessel of divine expression. Heaven doesn't just speak to you, it speaks through you. The world will begin to recognize something unusual about you. Some will be drawn, others will misunderstand. Do not take either personally. Glory always attracts and exposes. It attracts those hungry for truth and exposes those uncomfortable with light. Keep your focus on obedience, not on outcomes. The same God who placed glory upon you will protect it within you. Chosen one, remember, the greater the glory, the deeper the grounding. Stay rooted in humility. The secret to carrying weight is remaining surrendered. Let worship become your language, purity your pursuit, and peace your posture. You do not need to chase influence. The presence you carry will speak for itself. You are not just walking in blessing, you are walking in embodiment. Heaven has trusted you with its atmosphere. The weight you feel is proof that you've been transformed into a living temple of His presence. And soon, that glory will overflow, not to make your name known, but to make His name magnified through your life. Chosen one, the time has come for the rising. What once was hidden in shadows now begins to shine. You have been through fire, silence, separation, and refining, and now heaven declares, arise. You were never meant to remain where pain left you. Every step that once felt heavy has become holy ground beneath your feet. The breaking birthed boldness, and the waiting birthed wisdom. You are no longer surviving, you are ascending. The rising of the chosen is not loud or chaotic. It is steady and unstoppable. It happens quietly at first, like the dawn before daylight. Others might not even notice what's changing, but soon they will see it, the glow in your eyes, the strength in your words, the peace in your steps. That is the sign of someone who has encountered heaven and refused to stay down. You see, chosen one, your rising is not merely personal, it is prophetic. When you stand, others find the courage to rise too. Your life becomes a mirror through which others see the faithfulness of God. That's why the battles you fought were never just for you. They were for generations after you. You have been carrying deliverance in your very DNA. The light you carry has been waiting for this hour to break forth. As it is written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1, arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Those words were not written for a select few. They were spoken for every chosen soul who dares to believe again after being broken. Heaven is commanding you to rise not when conditions are perfect, but now. Even with the scars, even with unanswered questions, even with the remnants of past pain, you rise. Because rising is not about strength, it is about surrender. When you lift your spirit toward heaven, divine power fills the gaps of your humanity. You are stepping into a season of visibility. But it's not about fame, it's about function. Heaven is positioning you in places where your presence will shift the atmosphere. You will not need to force anything. Doors will open at your arrival because light cannot be denied entrance. Where once you were overlooked, now you will be recognized not by man's approval, but by divine appointment. The chosen ones rise not by pride, but by purpose. They understand that elevation is never for ego, it's for impact. You carry healing in your hands, wisdom in your voice, fire in your spirit. You rise so others can see that brokenness was not the end, it was the beginning of transformation. But remember, rising also requires responsibility. The same light that elevates also exposes, and stay pure in motive, anchored in humility and unwavering in gratitude. The higher you ascend, the more you must remain grounded in truth. The presence that raised you will sustain you if you stay connected to its source. Chosen one, the night is over. The darkness that once silenced you no longer has power. You have been prepared for this exact moment, the season where purpose and promise finally meet. The world may see only your rising, but heaven knows the cost behind it. Every tear, every lonely prayer, every unseen act of obedience has built the foundation for this ascent. So rise not in haste, but in holiness. Rise, not for recognition, but for revelation. Rise, carrying the evidence that God still redeems, still restores, still resurrects. You are the dawn breaking after a long night, the living proof that light wins every time. The chosen are rising, and the world is about to see what heaven has always known. Your time has come. Chosen one, heaven is moving right now around you, within you, and through you. What you have endured was never wasted. Every battle, every tear, every hidden season has been leading to this, your activation. The moment where the gifts inside you stop sleeping and start speaking. Heaven is releasing a charge into your spirit. This is not motivation, it's ignition. You are not being inspired, you are being activated. The things that once felt dormant in you, your vision, your passion, your fire, are beginning to stir again. The heaviness is lifting and the clarity is returning. You are remembering who you are and why you were chosen. The time for silence is over. You are stepping into the next chapter of your assignment. When heaven activates you, it doesn't just change your emotions, it realigns your atmosphere. Suddenly, what once intimidated you begins to recognize your authority. You speak, and things shift. You pray, and things move. You walk into a room, and peace follows. This is the evidence that your spiritual activation has begun. The dormant is awakening, the weary is strengthening, and the fearful is transforming into the fearless. We find in the second letter to Timothy, chapter 1, verse 6. For this reason I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God, which is in you. That verse is your call to rise in purpose. The flame inside you was never meant to flicker, it was meant to burn. Heaven has kept the ember alive through every storm, waiting for this exact moment to breathe upon it again. And now, the wind of divine purpose is blowing. What once was barely glowing will soon blaze. Chosen one, this is your hour of empowerment. You are not being elevated for pride, but for purpose. The influence that is coming is not for applause, but for assignment. Heaven is raising you up to carry light where darkness has grown comfortable. Your voice will heal. Your presence will restore. Your obedience will unlock what others have been praying for. And because this is a sacred moment, I want to pause right here to say this with sincerity. If this word stirs your spirit, if you can feel that quiet confirmation inside saying, yes, this is for me, then respond in faith. Like this message is a sign that you receive your activation. Share it, not for attention, but so that someone else, someone tired, someone on the edge can be reignited too. And if your heart feels connected to these divine moments, subscribe to stay close to what heaven continues to release here. These words are not random, they are reminders. They are keys unlocking hearts that forgot how to hope. And when you do, Take a moment to comment what this activation means to you. Write what your spirit feels in this moment. Your reflection could become someone else's revelation. You never know who needs to read your words and realize they are not alone in the awakening. Chosen one, heaven is not calling you to strive, it's calling you to shine. You don't have to force this fire, you simply have to fan it. You don't have to invent purpose, you just have to walk in it. The same God who began this good work in you will bring it to completion. This is your prophetic activation. Heaven has lit the flame, now you must carry it forward. Walk boldly, speak freely, love fiercely. You are not waiting for permission. Heaven has already said yes. Chosen one. You have reached a place in your journey where heaven begins to reveal the true measure of your authority. You are no longer simply surviving battles. You are commanding outcomes. The same power that once defended you is now operating through you. This is the season where you learn to walk in supernatural authority, the kind that shifts atmospheres, heals hearts, and silences storms. You have spent long enough doubting your power, believing that spiritual strength belonged only to others. But now, heaven whispers what has always been true, the same spirit that raised Christ from the dead lives within you. You carry divine authority not because of your perfection, but because of your position. You are a child of the Most High, and His authority flows through your surrender. There was a time when you prayed timidly, hoping your words might reach heaven. Now you are learning to speak boldly, knowing heaven listens when you move in faith. Every amen you've whispered in tears has built a foundation for the kind of authority you now carry. When you speak, angels respond. When you declare, creation listens. The words from your mouth have begun to align with the will of God, and that alignment releases power. Heaven speaks clearly through the words of Jesus in the Gospel of Mark. Chapter 11, verse 23. Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, "Go, throw yourself into the sea," and does not doubt in their heart but believes that what they say will happen, it will be done for them. Those words are not poetic, they are practical. They are the blueprint for walking in authority. Faith was never meant to be passive. It is a force that speaks, commands, and creates. The mountains in your life, the fears, the limitations, the impossibilities are not obstacles, they are opportunities for demonstration. Heaven allows mountains so that your words can prove the power of belief. Chosen one, you are not simply a believer, you are an ambassador. When you speak truth, heaven recognizes your voice as one of its own. The authority you carry is not loud or boastful, it is steady and sure. It's the peace that calms storms without shouting. The presence that carries answers before questions are even asked. This authority doesn't come from striving, it comes from stillness. You have learned to hear before you speak, to listen before you lead. That is why your words carry weight, they are born from communion, not competition. The world teaches power through control, but heaven teaches power through surrender. And you, chosen one, have learned the sacred art of yielding. In this season, you will begin to notice how your words manifest swiftly. Be careful, therefore, what you release. Speak with intention. Bless rather than curse. Declare life rather than fear. Heaven has entrusted you with the creative force of speech, and the world will begin to respond accordingly. When you walk into a room, darkness will recognize the authority in your spirit, not because of who you are in the natural, but because of who walks with you. You carry the same authority that stilled storms, healed the sick, and cast out oppression. It is not arrogance to walk in it, it is obedience. You are representing a kingdom that cannot be shaken. Remember, this truth authority is not about dominance. It's about alignment. When your heart aligns with heaven's heart, you become unstoppable. You speak from the posture of heaven, and the earth responds. The same voice that once cried in pain will now command in power. Chosen one, walk boldly but gently. The world needs your words, your presence, your faith. You are no longer asking for permission to move mountains, you are moving them. Heaven has authorized you to reign, to restore, and to release light wherever your feet touch. You don't have to ask for proof anymore, you are the proof. Chosen one, the journey has led you here to the place of crowning and commissioning. You have walked through the wilderness, faced rejection, endured breaking, and carried the weight of glory. Every season that once seemed endless now stands as testimony. What felt like detours were actually divine directions. Heaven has watched, refined, and prepared you for this precise moment, the moment when you step fully into who you were always meant to be. The crown you receive is not made of gold or jewels, it is invisible but undeniable. It is the mark of divine authority, the symbol of identity restored. It signifies that heaven recognizes you as one who overcame, not by might, not by strength, but by the Spirit of the living God. Son, you did not earn this crown through striving. You received it through surrender, as was written in the second letter to Timothy chapter 4, verse 8. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. The commissioning that follows your crowning is sacred. It is heaven's way of saying, go now, with all that you have learned, and bring light to what still lies in darkness. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your service. The world does not need your perfection. It needs your authenticity. Speak as one who knows what redemption feels like. Lead as one who has walked through fire and still carries fragrance, not smoke. The authority placed upon you is gentle yet powerful. It will not demand attention. It will draw transformation. When you move, peace will follow. When you speak, truth will resonate. When you simply are, heaven will be visible through you. That is the true meaning of being chosen, not to be exalted, but to be entrusted. The crown rests not on your head because you are flawless, but because you are faithful. Faithfulness has always been heaven's standard. And now, every unseen sacrifice, every act of quiet obedience, every moment you chose love when anger was easier, all of it has been gathered into this moment. Chosen one, stand tall. You are crowned not to rule over others, but to serve with divine strength. You are commissioned not to impress, but to impact. The same Spirit that called you will guide you, sustain you, and continue to fill you. Walk forward in reverence and confidence. Heaven smiles as you take your place. You have become what you were always meant to be, a living vessel of glory, a bearer of light, a chosen one crowned for eternity. The word has been released, and the journey has reached its sacred close. But for you, chosen one, this is not an ending. It is the unfolding of everything heaven prepared you for. You have walked through every revelation, felt every stirring, and witnessed heaven speak directly to your spirit. Now, you carry the message within you. You are the continuation of this divine story. If this message has found a home in your heart, let your response be an act of agreement, like this message as your way of saying, I receive what heaven has spoken. Share it, not for attention, but so another weary soul might find light in a dark hour. Someone out there needs to hear what you've just heard, and your share could become their turning point. And if you feel the pull to stay connected to this flow of revelation, Subscribe so that every new word heaven sends can reach you in time. Finally, take a moment to comment what this journey has meant to you. Your words could be the confirmation another chosen one is waiting for. Heaven is still speaking, still moving, and still calling, and you are part of its voice on earth.